All right. Okay. Now, moving on from that, now the big one in Europe, where mouth-watering blockbuster clashes as Real Madrid will face holders Manchester City, and Arsenal will take on Bayern Munich in the quarter-final of the Champions League. Now, of course, this was the draw. It happened yesterday, and well, it was a whole lot, as the quarter-final of the UEFA Champions League will take center stage next month. Of course, in the draws, UEFA has drawn title holders Man City to face a testy tie against 14-time champions Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. Man City would have to defeat Madrid in the quest for a successive Champions League crown. Okay, now let's go. Now, this is the Europa League. We'll talk about this just a bit later. Let's head to the Champions League. Of course, in the Europa League, like you can see, the AC Milan will take on AS Roma. But, of course, the Champions League. Arsenal have been asking for a big test. Is Bayern Munich that test that will say Arsenal are maybe...
You've been asking?
Yes, now, because I mean, there's been that talk
Arsenal fans are actually, they want...
They're just making
No, listen.
As if they
listen. The Arsenal fans will actually know about history and everything. They don't want Bayern Munich. They don't want Real Madrid. They don't want Barcelona. But those ones who are actually maybe new gens, they want the big boys. But on your second thought, I would say PTSD might just be what will kill Arsenal in this game. Muller made a video yesterday, and almost immediately, Kai Havertz responded. A normal, they know Arsenal player would have responded.
I mentioned Kai Havertz because he said he's my friend. You know, I have friends over there.
Thomas Muller, I know that he was trolling back up.
Was trolling back.
That's a Muller thing.
Muller always makes video, even when he are coming to play. Like we're heading to this, we're heading to London, we're heading to Barcelona.
It's a Muller thing. But yeah, looking at this now,
if you let it get to you.
Which is the peak? Which tie is the peak of this round?
Of course, it's going to be. I didn't expect Real Madrid to face
Man City this early.
It's more like, even as much as they've been meeting 3 times now already, the 3rd year in a row, and every time people talk about this fixture and say this is a Champions League final kind of.
You know what? Just tell me if I want to make
knockout.
But this is an arranged draw. No, but Mikel Obi was speaking those stuff yesterday.
Not just this fixture alone. I think generally this fixture, all of
arranged
them are big fixtures. I think people would make money. Viewing centers would have fun. Fans would, you know.
They shouldn't just play at the same time. That would just be a problem.
You have a PSG against a Barca. We know that Barca are not at their best, but it doesn't mean that
PSG are not. PSG are not at their best also.
Yes, they are. In fact, you recall that Mbappe, I don't know what Luis Enrique has come up to stay. Okay, that at one time or the other, Mbappe will leave. So they are trying to learn how to play without Mbappe.
But not in the Champions League.
Yeah, but you know what's happening? The first match, it was 45 minutes. He played. Next match, 65 minutes. And then I think it was the last match where they drew. They put him in. It was so late that he didn't have time to influence the game. But I know that it can't happen for this one.
No, it can't happen for Barca.
But the point is this here. One thing I love about these fixtures is that it's hard to just pick out a winner for each particular fixture. Bayern Munich under Tuchel, they have not been at their best over the past 2 seasons, but we know that they can turn up if they want.
If they need even the same Arsenal, they can actually, they've been turning up recently. They can actually go worse.
But this is the first time in what, 14 years?
14 years. But if we're going to call it 14 years, I would say the last time Arsenal came to the Champions League was in 2016 or 2017.
Okay.
So we might just say, okay, the last time they were in the Champions League quarterfinal was in 2010 when they defeated the same Porto.
That's what.
So
all right. So we can now say that Arsenal are in a little bit of an uncharted terrain, at least.
And then if you
most recent.
There's this permutation that is working for, that might work in Arsenal's favour, where the past winners of the Champions League, I think Chelsea and Liverpool, have defeated Porto on their way to winning it.
I like this. We'll get to this. We'll continue with this. But let's head over to the pitch where Mark Otabo is on standby. Let's hear what the fans and the players out there have to say. Hello, Mark. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
And of course, it's quite interesting. I've been listening to your conversation regarding the manager that should take over the Super Eagles right now. And Toyosi in the studio there said Finidi George should be given a chance. Well, regardless of whoever takes over, they should just do a good job because we are tired of excuses. The Super Eagles have come of age, and this is no time to actually, you know, start meddling with choices or options. But right now, we are straight to business of the day, and Manchester United Liverpool FA Cup fixture this weekend is quite hot. But I have all the papers right here, and the paper here with me is Sporting Life, and it's very bold. Guardiola says we are playing the Kings, talking about the Champions League. And of course, the draw between Bayern Munich and Arsenal is drawing a lot of criticism. I've got two very fantastic individuals right here with me today, and of course, they've been playing football. I said, look, get off the pitch and let's talk exactly what we need to actually talk about here. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. All right, come quickly. From your perspective, with the Champions League draws that's happened, what chances do you think Arsenal stand against Bayern Munich?
Well, like we've known, I feel it's history repeating itself because Bayern, last time Arsenal qualified for the Champions League, the last time they were in the Champions League, it was 5-1, 5-1, home and away. And I feel it's the same thing, 5-1, 5-1 this season again. Really? I feel the Arsenal players are not, they are still a little bit, they are kids, like they are not experienced, not as experienced as the Hurricanes, the Mullahs of Bayern. So I feel it's going to be history repeating itself.
So you think experience is going to play over them?
Definitely, I feel.
All right, Kubana, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Do you agree with him?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think history will repeat himself.
Okay.
So, if we're talking about the Arsenal players, if we're saying they are kids, what about the Bayern players? They are both kids.
Well,
not
entirely.
Not entirely, but we just have only Thomas Muller, who is more, and Hurricane, who is more, let's say, matured.
Okay.
If we have the likes of Sani, of which Sani is injured, we get. So, they are both young stars. Okay. But the Arsenal is more younger.
Okay, yeah.
So, I don't think history will repeat itself. I don't think so.
Okay.
So I see Arsenal going through this one. I think I feel it is going to be a walk pass, because if you watch Bayern, Manchester United, Bayern didn't play anything. They just had the goals, of which Onana errors. But this one, I don't think.
Okay, now let's switch to the FA Cup tie. Liverpool and Manchester United.
Liverpool and Manchester United. I see Liverpool. Do you watch Liverpool weekend Europa League game? That was crazy. That was crazy.
So he's saying Liverpool. I mean, why is everybody not giving Man United a chance?
Yeah, I feel he doesn't know what to say much. For real, because even before I enter the Man U, I want to go back to the Bayern. You said Bayern doesn't have experience. Kimmich, this is what guys have been playing Champions League for years, for a while. Let's not talk about the defense line, but let's go to Man U. See, the thing is, whenever Man U plays anybody, Man U is expected to lose. They feel they are the champions. I can tell you to your face that Klopp has won probably his last trophy as a Liverpool with the Carabao Award the other day. Man U is going to surprise you guys tomorrow. I feel it's going to be a 2-1 shocking win for Man U.
2-1. All right, talking about shocking win. Before I go, Mike, quickly on the papers right here, FIFA makes big changes. Qatar to host next 5 editions, and of course the goal that helped us. Talking about Lukman, Chelsea falling behind in the race for Victor Osimhen. That is a big blow to Chelsea fans out there right now. And of course, Ancelotti says we are better than ever. So it's going to be a very, very crucial fixture in the Champions League. We're looking forward to big time football, and wherever you are right now, you want to enjoy the best of it. Thank you very much. You can take it away from this moment. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Marcus. Pleasure talking out there. That guy says shocking win.
I swear.
Shocking win called Shokotoyoni.
Well, if the win is going to be shocking.
Even
right?
if Liverpool carry those their kindergarten, you know that baby class.
No, United always turn up when it comes to big games, except against City Sharp. This season they've not turned up against City.
Which big game?
And now, this season, they've tried their best,
to
be honest.
All right. But then we'll get to that talking about the FA Cup. Let's take a roundup of the Europa League quarter-final fixtures there. Liverpool will take on Atalanta. Of course, West Ham will take on Bayer Leverkusen after that interesting 4-0 win against Freiburg. Italian rivals AC Milan and Roma will meet for a place in the semi-finals, while Portuguese club Benfica will take on Ligue 1 side Olympique de Marseille. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have been drawn against Lille in the quarterfinals of the Conference League. The first legs will take place on the 11th of April, with the second legs on the 18th of April. AC Milan versus AS Roma. Liverpool versus Atalanta, that is the glamour tie. What is your thoughts on that?
Glamour tie.
It is not.
Not
it's like a walk in the park. Yeah.
For who?
For who?
For Liverpool.
No.
Easy for them.
No.
Atalanta
is not an
Ademola Lookman.
Why people like this?
No.
AFCON Lookman.
See, you. Oh no.
No.
I don't like the fact
I don't know. Are you talking about AFCON Lookman?
So
3 goals. 4 goals Lookman.
Over the weekend.
Look at how you guys are explaining. Now go explain tire. It's a walk in the park for Liverpool, and that's it. That's my take on it. Liverpool win home and away.
No, not at
all.
We'll
be here. We'll come back here to address.
You come to Bergamo and you walk.
Okay.
That's very.
The God of our
Bergamo.
We answer you. All right, let's head over to the FA Cup. Like we mentioned, there, Liverpool will be taking on Manchester United. That's the tie that we're talking about there. For me, I think that is the one. And now it's a combination of Premier League and FA Cup this weekend. In England, it's a street bragging right in West London derby in the EPL, and a battle in the English Midland Sea between Liverpool and Manchester United. Now, that's the one that we're talking about. That's the package that we played earlier and all about. What are your thoughts? Liverpool against Manchester United. That is the one that is a walk in the park. Now, Manchester United are talking about... No, because I heard something. Eric Ten Hag, Mason Mount is coming back. Who? Mason who? Mount who?
Last year.
somebody that has not played Mason Mount. Who do they call again? Who's coming back?
Well,
Aaron Wan-Bissaka is also coming back.
Well, you can't rush his boys into a game.
Rush what? Mason Mount, even at his peak, Mason Mount has played in Manchester United. Baba has not even not to talk about.
No, he hasn't picked at United. But if you're going to look at what he has done at Chelsea, if you want to maybe give him a respect for what he has done, well, you say he's a very good player to an extent. But at Manchester United, he has not given that performance we saw in Chelsea. But let me just say under Frank Lampard, and that's more than over 2 years now. So what I would just say is it's not a walk in the park for Liverpool. Liverpool themselves have their sight on the Premier League. They have won the Carabao Cup. I'm sure the FA Cup, Klopp wants to win everything. But it's not going to be easy for Klopp to win.
All right. Now, Manchester City will be up against Newcastle. Newcastle, we don't know which one will turn up. Manchester City, we know how they will turn out. How do you think this is going to play out?
For Manchester City, if you check their records against Big Six, I'm not saying Newcastle are the Big Six, but they've not had very good records so far, so good this season. They've only defeated United when it comes to playing big teams, tough test this season.
No, the traditional six. No.
They are.
It's a different game.
They are.
Traditional.
Okay. Who do you want to bring into the top?
But when you mention you don't know the Newcastle that will turn up, I don't actually care because they've not been good this season. No. Against Chelsea, they capitulated as well. When Chelsea were there for the taking, but not City. City have too much, power up front to just put them aside.
What Arsenal did to them.
So I think City will win this at the Etihad.